And we're live, and we are just going to do a commentary on what we think EA should do with Battlefront.
Yes, so I'm sure some of you, if not many of you, have played the old Battlefront games.
Well, which ones did you play?
Both of them.
You played both of them, I did too.
I played both of them like crazy.
I did too. I have some right in my drawer down.
Yeah, I still play them sometimes on my 360 with my siblings, and we'll do 4-player split screen options. It's awesome. And I feel like I do want that in the new one. I think that being able to play with people, like, in the room would be, like, I don't know, it just makes the gaming experience a lot more fun.
I agree with
than
that.
just talking to someone over a mic and they're, like, at their own house. Like, I think like, back in the days, like, with Halo 3 and stuff, system link that, get 8 people together, just play games all night. That's awesome, so I think they should bring that back. I honestly am not asking for much. I want it to basically be a Battlefront game. Oh no, Battlefield game, like Battlefield 4, but with Star Wars.
See, that's...
And I think that'd be awesome, because Battlefield 4 at this point is a great game.
It's a great game, but I don't want just a skin put on.
Well, it's not just me.
You know, I mean, I don't want the whole Minecraft where they just throw on a skin and say it's a new game, pretty much. You know?
Yeah, but I feel like that's what Battlefront was. It was just a large scale battles with vehicles and airships and stuff like that, and lots of players on both teams, and that's what Battlefield is. And I feel like if they just throw in some destruction, some like all that stuff, like it'll be awesome. Like,
how much do you think should be destructible?
I think the level that they have in Battlefield 4 is pretty solid, because not everything's destructible. But most everything can have some damage done to it, and that really changes the flow of the map and everything. Because like you could have, like on Zavod, the capture point A, I think, and it has like those 3 buildings around it. Like people will be hiding all in those buildings and everything. But if you're on there with a couple tanks, take those buildings out, the enemy doesn't have as much area to hide, and it just it changes up the map. And I feel like if they put stuff like that into Battlefront.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Yeah.
There's just too many battles.
There's battle and then Fs. But yeah, I feel like they should be able to find a fine balance between destruction and stuff being in a stable state.
They're currently on Frostbite 3, right?
Yeah.
Or Frostbite 3.5, or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
Just a slightly updated version of Frostbite 3. So, do you think they will unveil Frostbite 4 for this?
That'd be awesome if they did, because I feel like
I could see them doing that.
Frostbite 3 is like a good engine, but it is getting outdated, of course, because things are moving forward at a crazy fast rate as far as
and
technology.
Frostbite 3 was really made back in Battlefront 3? Battlefield 3?
Battlefield 3, yeah. It was made
so, I mean,
3,
that was before the next gen came out.
Yeah, so I feel like they need a next gen Frostbite.
Yeah.
Next gen game.
And how do you feel about Battlefront only being on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC?
I feel like they're gonna lose. They're gonna not have as many sales if it was on all systems. But I mean, the Xbox 360 is. When did the one come out?
The one came out 3 years ago. This
Really?
Thanksgiving, yeah. So it'll be 3 years from the year, like, by the time.
Yeah, I feel like the 360, like they don't really have any reason to keep making games for it. It's just too old of a system, and most people by now have switched to the one. But I still have a 360, but I haven't been home for a while. College.
And the thing is, like, I mean, you see it in the multiplayer games right now. Like, you see it in Advanced Warfare. You saw it in Ghost. Ghost was just awful, by the way. I'm just saying, like, Battlefield 4, you know, they're building these games with the old system, and it's really holding back the technology that they can be putting into the next gen, the current gen system now.
Because they could, when they make a game for both the One and the 360, it has to be down at the 360's level, and then they just kind of port it over to One, and so it's like a watered down version when you're playing on the One. Like, as what it could be, and I feel like they should just make it completely next gen and have it be the best that it can be, because the specs on the One are fairly decent, They could do some great things with it, but they just haven't because they're like, oh, we still need to make it for 360. I'm like, no, go all out.
Another thing I would like to see is, since it's only next gen, you'll have DirectX 12 out by then, hopefully, with Xbox One, which will improve graphics. Yeah. I expect 1080p 60 frames, or at least 30 frames, across all 3 games.
Yeah.
I do not think that should be a problem at all. I don't think we should be getting 800p games, especially on a game they've been working on forever, and it's only on next gen.
Yeah, it definitely should be.
Because this Battlefront game, Battlefield Hardline, it's running at 720p pretty much. It's like, well, it's between 720 and like 900p.
Yeah, it does not look like a next gen game whatsoever.
No. And the only thing that they upped was the textures up to 1080.
Honestly, I think that it looks a little worse than Battlefield 4.
I
Honestly,
agree.
Battlefield 4 is still it was never the best looking game, but it's still a solid looking game. Like I have no complaints with it. But the hardline, like it looks just, I don't know. I don't like it. It looks bad.
I agree.
It could have looked a lot better.
And I was thinking about this too. And you know how you'll get like a multiplayer character and stuff. Well, EA has a face scanning recognition system. What do you think about being able to scan your face, put it on your custom character in the game, and like, you know, you could be your own, like if you played with the Jedi option, you could be an actual Jedi in the game running around kind of thing.
Well, if they have that option. Because in the last one, in Battlefront 2, you could only get the Jedis in certain, like, in the regular machine modes. You have to, like, unlock it by getting a certain number of points in life. But I feel like the whole face thing, like, a lot of the characters are wearing helmets.
No, I agree with that,
So,
but I'm saying like, you know, it'd be cool to.
I wish they did have a lot of customization. With
Yeah, exactly.
Because that'd be awesome. Because like the stormtroopers' outfits and clone troopers' outfits, like all their armors and everything, like they're all really cool looking. And like if you could throw in like your own colors for it, throw in your own like designs, kind of like what they do in Advanced Warfare. Like you get all the different pieces, kind of put those all together. I mean, if they do have it third person, then you could see your stuff.
Well, they said it's going to be first person, and then with the option of third person.
Because
that's
the
rumor. I mean, no one's seen it.
Because in a lot of games, you get all these customizable pieces and stuff on your armor and all this cool stuff, but you never get to see it because you're in first person, and everyone else doesn't really get to see it because everyone's running around shooting everything. So I'm like, the only person that's going to be really able to appreciate your armor and what you did is yourself, and I want to be able to see myself looking badass as all can be, but if I'm only first person, I'm only going to see it.
And then, what do you feel about DLC?
In general?
About
with
this game?
I feel like they're going to have DLC.
Of course.
Because every freaking game these days has DLC. And I'm like, if they have like the premium option, like they do with...
Oh, I would buy it in a second. I'd buy it with the
just
game.
because it is overall cheaper that way, and you get everything right away. Like, if you are a fan of the game, go for it, get the premium.
And I think they will do a premium system with this.
Yeah.
Or a season pass, or whatever they want to call it.
If they don't, I'll be surprised.
It would be really cool. I want to say it'd be really cool if they made DLC free, like they do with GTA.
Yeah.
But then again, they're not going to make enough money off of Battle Pass if they use that system.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's DICE, so you know they're going to do a Battle Pack system or something.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to want to make money on the side when things aren't with sales. Yeah. And I would like to see DLC added for The Force Awakens. Like, right when the movie comes out, I want to see DLC.
Yeah.
You know, I want them to be working really close with Disney and J.J. Abrams to, you know,
that stuff
or even, you know, like, I would like before the game comes out, because it's going to come out in November or October, you know, it's going to come out in the fall. It's going to come out before the actual movie itself comes out in December.
Well, are the game and the movie working anyway?
No, but there's rumors that they're going to be working with The Force Awakens.
Okay. Because The Force Awakens is going to be the whole story after the main 6 Star Wars movies happen. But the Battlefront games
It's gonna span everything.
They're gonna span everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So
well, as far
we'll,
as we know, I mean, we don't know too much. Is the issue?
Hopefully, we'll see some of our favorite maps coming back from the first two.
Well, Hafiz.
Yeah,
Hafiz.
of course.
What's the other one? The one with the Ewoks.
Kashyyyk? No, that's Endor.
Endor, yep.
Endor, Kashyyyk. Like there's some maps that I really like Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley will definitely be on there.
Yeah, and so I really hope to see a lot of maps come back, and hopefully some new ones in places that we have not battled before.
Or, you know, you can have all the maps, you know, from previous Star Wars games, like the major battles,
yeah,
like
and then
Mustafar and all that kind of stuff. But then, yeah, and then there's gonna be a span where, you know, the sixth movie, or you know, the third of the original trilogy, where that ends, and where the Force Awakens begins.
Yeah.
There, you can see it in the characters. I mean, there's going to be like a 30 years, 20 year span.
Yeah.
So I would like to see some battles be placed to kind of fill in the gap there.
Yeah. See what happens. Because, I think they should have. I'm sure if they don't have maps, like from like the original ones, then they're gonna have a DLC with it.
Yeah.
Like in they did in Battlefield 4. Which would be awesome. Yeah.
And then there's only a couple more thoughts I have. Adding guns. I would like to see them do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't want them to just invent random crazy-ass guns.
Yeah, I want them to take guns that you see in the Star Wars
or
movies.
Something that would look like it would be in the Star Wars
movies. bring it into the game.
Because, I mean, you don't really see the whole gun thing other than, like, Leia's pistol, Han's pistol, the Stormtrooper's
there's
rifle.
Tons of different guns and stuff, even in Star Wars, like, fan fiction and lore and stuff like that.
Exactly. So,
and there are, like, and there's animated movies and everything like that. Like, there's guns that are pretty iconic in all of those that I'm sure they could bring, which would be cool.
And, you know, if they need to talk to, you know, Lucas, or whatever. I mean, to think of some gun ideas, that would be really cool too. You know, because they have plenty of ideas. I mean, George Lucas is against the whole making another movie in general, anyway. But I mean, I'm sure he would be all up for a new Battlefront.
Yeah. The one thing that I don't understand that, like, even George Lucas is saying is, like, he doesn't want the new movies to be made because they're gonna ruin the originals. And I'm like, the original movies are still going to be the original movies. They're not changing them anymore after Disney got them. But they're not changing them. Like, those movies are still going to be there. But they're just adding on more stories at the end. And if you like the more story on the end, then you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like, the original movie is still there for you to watch. Just like what happened with Indiana Jones when they made the fourth one. Everyone freaked out about that. They're like, it's horrible. They're ruining everything. I'm like, they didn't touch the original movie.
Which one was that?
The one with
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
The one with, like, aliens?
They weren't aliens. They were extra-dimensional.
Okay, even worse. Okay. But that's just part, like...
But I'm like, if the movie sucked, then it sucked. You can still go back and watch the original ones and enjoy them. So, hopefully not everyone gets up in arms about this.
And then another thing is, I would like to see... You know, in Battlefront 3, they showed, you know, there's been tons of release footage, and we were just talking about this before we recorded, about how you can be on land, you know, having a land battle, and then fly up, and you're in outer space having a space battle, like in Battlefront 2.
Yeah, so you can... No, there was Battlefront 1 where they had the spaceships on the land battle.
Yeah, but I mean like Battlefront 2 where like they have the whole space battle going on up there.
Separate stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that'd be a good idea, but it would just, if they do have it, it'd be interesting to see how like people fighting in space and all the spaceships, like how that battle like relates to the battle on the ground. Cause, like,
if you destroy a vehicle up there and it falls, it should be able to fall and impact the map in some way. Like a big cruiser.
Also,
how sick would that be?
Not just that, but also winning the match itself. Like if you're playing like Conquest or whatever, and you're capturing points, you can capture points like spaceships up in space you can capture, or ones on land, or like Assault where you have to destroy certain points. Like, I don't know if they're going to have like points to destroy up there, like in space and on Earth. Like, I'm sure they're going to have If they do have it, it should be integrated pretty well.
And like,
otherwise,
and if like you
wild.
destroy a giant star cruiser in space
It
and
should
it falls,
crash.
it should crash,
Some
knock,
levolution type
knock
stuff.
out some of the buildings underneath, and
Yeah,
have that
relay
playable
map.
through there.
Yeah, with some
Like-
evolution.
Like
that'd
that would be unreal.
That'd be awesome.
And I think with Frostbite
And
4,
it definitely is
that's a potential thing.
It definitely is possible.
So
I think that
Oh,
wraps it up.
no, there's one more. One more.
thought.
Oh, one more. You mentioned player sizes.
Oh yeah, the
Player
amount of
count.
players. Because in the last Battlefront, they had 16v16, and I feel like with their map sizes, that was not enough.
And especially with the A running the show.
And especially now that it's going to be all next gen, and especially that they're going to have hopefully Frostbite 4. But I definitely they definitely need to bump it up to 32v32 at least.
I would like to honestly see a 64-64.
But then you'd have to scale up the maps because you can't have.
But
an
if you
overcrowding.
have a space and then
Yeah.
like a whole area like Tatooine, Dune Sea,
Yeah,
and
if-
it just expands everywhere.
If they do have a large enough map, then because you can't have like a smaller map with tons of players or a huge map with few players. You have to find a good balance.
Yeah, so even if it was like 32v32, or
Yeah.
if they could do 64v64,
That would be insane. I'm
That
sure
would-
they'd have options for servers where you have the 64v64 or 32v32. You could pick which one.
I'm sorry, I just keep thinking of more stuff going on. But server rentals.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna.
Hardline is just implementing that on the Xbox One,
Yeah,
PlayStation 4.
they're just not doing that. But the way Battlefield 4 has it, perfectly fine.
Yeah, if they do something like that for Battlefield
That'd be
4,
awesome because then you have the 24/7 maps, like server maps and stuff like that, or like the rotate. Like if you find a server that you really like and has like the right rotation that you like to play, that's awesome. Otherwise, you're playing all the maps all the time, like cycling through, and you might get a map that you don't like, and you switch and jump into a server that's ending the map. The match is ending on the map that you like, and it's frustrating. So
well, I honestly would buy a server for Star Wars Battlefront.
Really?
I would spend $300 a year for a server, or whatever it is.
play whatever you want.
Yeah, just to control what I want to
Yeah.
do. And, like, you know, if I decide I don't want to do something, then, you know, I can switch it to...
Yeah, you can switch the ticket count.
And
everything.
I do want things like the Phantom Bow. Challenges like that in
Yeah,
Battlefront.
like Easter egg stuff.
Like, where you actually have to earn shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Battlefield Hardline's doing a really good job about that with the Syndicate assignments.
Yeah.
But they're so damn repetitive. I want something that just, like, you have to go out and find this in there, this Easter
Yeah.
egg, you know, do all these challenges, and then you get rewarded with this great gun, you know.
Yeah. So that should be interesting to see when it comes out with what they've done.
And we will be posting a video tomorrow, I think, as long as you're free.
Yeah.
And because they're going to show complete gameplay of it.
Yeah.
So we will break that down and stuff. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you guys.